Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 concepts in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 24. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. Starting metal is ketone, one side attached with bromine, another side attached with methyl and bromine. Here they are using sodium methoxide and diethyl ether. They ask you to find the products. The products are mostly rearranged one with ketone and alkene, or a 3-member ring formation, or a alpha beta unsaturated ester, or a ester with a long side chain. So there are the 4 possibilities. So from the reactant and possible structures you might realize which bromine reacts is the real question here, and rearrangement definitely occurred here. The answer is C. Let us see how. Here there are the many possibilities available. SN reactions, particularly SN1 and SN2, but the answers don't have any simple substitution. Moreover, if the cation is there, it will be destabilized by electron withdrawing carbon. So SN1 is not possible. SN2 reaction not in the answer. So definitely something else happened here. So let us start with the possibilities. You are using sodium methoxide. So possibly the acidic proton will be removed. So proton abstraction, anion formation. So anion has to be quenched. Anion quenched by forming 3-member ring formation. So 3-member ring is formed, bromine is eliminated. The 3-member ring will be more straightforward. So sodium methoxide attacks, ring will be open here. Sodium methoxide attacks, so O- is formed. It has to be quenched there. So O- quenched as a ketone by ring opening. The ring opening in such a way that bromine elimination. If other way to open, the ring don't have the advantage of bromine leaving group ability. So if you read it nicely, you have the answer C. Here the concepts you have to learn here is the whole reaction is dictated by bromine leaving group ability. Anion forms and try to eliminate the bromine. It happened twice, that's why you have rearranged product. Then the question number 2. The starting metal is cyclic ketone, it is a lactone there. Here they given 3 stretching frequency 1770, 1800 and 1750. They ask you to find which one have which. So there are the 3 possibilities. So from the question and possible IR values, you might realize the question is about conjugation and the mesomeric effect of oxygen versus stretching. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here you have 3 things. Here you have 3 structure. First one is very normal one, nothing to worry. It has 1700 range. And if you have look at the second one, you have oxygen and double bond is conjugation with carbonyl. But oxygen has peculiar property. It is more electronegative. Don't donate the electron to the carbonyl group. So the stretching will be retained there. So the conjugation will not be effective there. But if you look at the R1, you might think of conjugation. Definitely here it will reduce the carbonyl stretching bond. It have more single bond character. So R will have least one, Q will have higher one because oxygen contribution is less, and P will have normal one. So the answer will be clearly A with the values. Here the concepts you have to learn here is the conjugation decrease the strength of CO bond. It will establish single bond character to the CO. Then the question number 3, they given the bicyclic compound with bridged carbon, 2 methyl groups are there, and you have alkene and side methyl group. They are asking number of signals in the proton NMR spectra. They are asking whether it is 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. So from the structure and the possible values you might realize they are asking any symmetry is there or not, or any non-equivalent protons are there or not, or any equivalent proton is there or not, or how you imagine the 3D structure. The answer is D. Let us see how. Here let us redraw the structure very nicely. Here I given the green carbon for your reference. We draw like bridged methyl group. Here the methyl group and the side ring will be 4 member, other thing will be 6 member ring. So we draw without hydrogen and with hydrogen. Without hydrogen for your understanding, with hydrogen for spectral identification. Here the important thing is everything will have single NMR value non-equivalent, so it will be 10 signals. Let us see how. A and B will be different because electronically it is different too. Alkene is one side, other side normal carbons. Similarly IeHF proton. Here you can see the hydrogens are above the plane and hydrogens are below the plane. So they behave different, they magnetically different. So there are the 10 signals there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is if there is a no C2 axis, all protons should be non-equivalent. Or you can say the atom above or below the plane will be most of the time magnetically non-equivalent. Then the question number 4, they given the proton NMR value in DMSO D6 solvent which is in the ppm. Here they given the 5 values 7.75 with doublet of doublet with 2 coupling values 8.8 Hz and 2.4 Hz of one proton. Similarly 7.58 which is of doublet 2.4 Hz with one proton and 6.70 with 8.8 Hz with one proton and 6.50 which is broad and 3.80 with singlet with 3 proton. Here they given the 4 possible structures, the nitro, amino and methoxy group substitution. So where it will come you have to find it. From the structure and possible 5 NMR values you might realize the question is about the key points from coupling constant and the chemical shift due to NO2 group. The answer is B. Let us see how. Here as a trick always you have to start from high chemical shift. We have high chemical shift 7.75 which is a doublet of doublet. We have to see how it occurs. Here the chemical shift is 7.75 which is higher than the other 2 protons. Here doublet of doublet given mean 2 protons coupled there in individual way, but you have 2 coupling constant there. So one is ortho coupling, one is meta coupling. Ortho coupling always will be higher because bond distance is less. Meta coupling will be lesser because it will be little bit higher bond distance. So we can fix easily with ortho and meta hydrogens. Then we have to fix the other ones. So 3 are already fixed and NO2 definitely nearby to the proton He. So these are all fixed. Now we have to fix the remaining one NH2 and OMe positions. NH2 OMe positions are easy because answer have only NH2 OMe nearby with ortho meta relationship. Answer is B. Here the concepts you have to learn here is ortho and meta coupling. Ortho coupling is stronger, it will be near to 10. Meta coupling will be weaker, it will be near to 3. Second thing is always you have to start from high chemical shift. Here we start from 7.7 ppm. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is dichloroethane. They are given the mass spectra 98, 100 and 102 peaks. They are asking what is the intensity of these 3 peaks. They are given 311 or 961 or 112 or 121. So from the chlorinated compound, possible M plus 2, M plus 4 peaks, you might realize the question is really about isotope versus peak intensity. The answer is B. Let us see how. Here they are basically asking the M and M plus 2, M plus 4 peak intensities. That's what 98, 100 and 102. We have to start from the abundance of chlorine. The 35 and 37 chlorine abundance is 3:1. So we have to find the combination of them. We start from the 35, we have the 2 chlorine. So intensity will be 3 cross 3, 9 will be there. Then 37, it will be 1 and 1, so it will be 1. So if you look at the 35 and 37, it will be interesting because we have 1 chlorine on 3 and 1 chlorine on 1. So there are the cross combination, so you have totally 6 there. So the answer will be 9, 6 and 1. So the answer is clearly B there. Here the concepts you have to learn is chlorine abundance. The abundance of 35-37 chlorine will be 3:1. And the second concept is you have to know how to calculate M, M plus 2, M plus 4 relative intensities. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.